Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, so it means it's time for some art. So, let's swap to that. Alright. Thinking about it. Let's see. I got some. Say tips. Yeah, tips. I got some tips from Red on like some stuff to do that would help. Like with doing some stuff like this. So I'm wanting to just kind of try messing around with those. Like, figured, might as well. After all, I'm figuring out a lot of stuff right now, so, like, it doesn't hurt. So, might as well start. Give myself a new layer, and this time, like before, I was trying to kind of freehand it without using the model, and one of the tips Ray gave me was actually use the tools I have. Like, not exactly like tracing the outline, but basically using the model here to help build out the body. I actually just using this to help actually just make the shapes that get molded into an actual body. And right now I'm actually looking over the tips she gave me again. I am just really glad that I have Red here to actually just help me with this stuff, because phew boy, if I was trying to do this on my own, I would be getting confused by YouTube tutorials. I wouldn't know where to start with anything, and like, dear Lord, just like a total paralysis on how to actually start with anything. Okay. Oh. Didn't realize I was wrong color. Did not realize that. Oh, and actually, I should move this one above it so I'm not drawing behind the thing. That will probably help. Okay. God, I was even telling myself right then, when I was, like, right before I went ahead and do, I was just like, it does not have to be perfect, Cyrus. Just have it there. This is gonna be messy. It's gonna be a sketch. And then what do? I hit undo. I don't know why I'm like this, guys. Oh yeah. Build a shape there. Okay, now I actually need to check, like, how do my eyes even look? I mean, I don't think there's nothing too specific about them. I think I can actually shrink this down a bit. Okay, I was expecting that to make a bit of a louder sound, but yeah. Yep, sorry, I was just giving myself a little, I guess, wake up slap? I mean, not really wake up, but a stop fucking dawdling and just do something slap kind of thing. Probably a bit off the center, but yeah, that works. Doesn't matter if one of the eyes is bigger than the other, Cyrus. This is a sketch. You can fix it later. Just put something down on the fucking canvas. Yeah, this is going to be an exercise in not, like, immediately trying to fix things. I was about to start drawing hair, but then I remembered that the idea I have for this outfit doesn't like, I'm kind of wearing a helmet in it, so hair's not exactly going to be a big thing. I mean, we'll be getting some, like, coming down from here. Like, going like that. Something like that for the hair, but like there's not really a point for me to be drawing, like, a big thing around the head here. Although I could be trying to just, like... Oh. Think about probably best not to get too many details at this stage, because what I'm wanting to do here is just like build up the body. So stuff like the hair, while it is like, while it's going to be important, it would be like kind of drawing the clothes at this stage. Not that useful. Like, figuring out where parts of the face are going to be is honestly a lot more useful. No, Cyrus, no, you don't need to pretty it up right now. It is a sketch. You are sketching this shit. Build the body first. Then I can fine-tune it. Okay. All right. Actually, oh yeah, we're gonna do this then kind of having it be I guess the next kind of a cylinder, if I'm just trying to break a body into shapes. You kind of have the upper part here being like shoulders and everything is akin to a triangle. And of course, you get kind of like cylinders here. Oh. Greetings, Azrael. I hope you've been having a good day today. Oh, you get an ancient tablet. Nice. Yeah, I hope you've been having a good day and a good week so far. My day and week have not exactly been the best. Oof. Mondays are bad enough, and a bad Monday? Ugh. I feel you there. Oh, that is really bad. I hope it didn't take too long for you to get another flight. Oh, and... Oh, that sucks. Oh my god. Oh, dear lord, that is horrible. A 6-hour flight with a broken screen. The only... Oh, and there's more? Oh, good lord. Oh, no, I was going to say, I hope you had something to keep you distracted since the, like, screen was broken, but you had nothing? Oh, good lord. Ooh, that is... Oh, God. Azrael, I'm gonna be honest, you were underselling it when you said it was a bad Monday. That sounds like an absolutely horrible one. Like, you were really underselling that. Okay, yeah. No, that does sound horrible, but it is kind of funny. You just end up just, like, borrowing someone else's screen and just watching over their shoulder. That's... Like, I shouldn't really be laughing at that, but that is kind of funny. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, that's kind of a... When I used to actually take more flights, which was like when I was living in Connecticut, I want to fly back home for holidays and such. I always made sure that I had everything charged up. I had my Nintendo Switch, my Nintendo DS, my Nintendo 3DS, all of them charged up, and I would just be playing them throughout the entire flight. I wanted to be prepared. Okay, well, at the very least, you got another hyperfixation. So, silver linings and all that. Now, as for how my week's been going... Maybe it's because in the middle of a flight you don't have anything else to really take your attention away, so you just, like, really... So it's a lot easier to find something to just focus on. That might be it. Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's your brain, Azrael. You should... Okay, I was gonna say you should have the best idea of how it works, but that isn't always true. Because, hell, I mean, I have a general idea of how my brain works, but it still manages to annoy the hell out of me sometimes. Wow, okay, so that hyperfixation was just waiting. It was, like, it was lying in wait, ready to ambush you. Like, seriously, 5 months dry. Okay, I await your clarification with bated breath, Azrael. No, yeah, I understand, Azrael. And honestly, I wouldn't take hyperfixation as crush anyway. Like, I can pretty... I mean, I don't think it... Okay, yeah, fair. Some people would take it as that. I can't blame you. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten, like, a really big hyperfixation. But I've definitely had moments where I'm just like, oh, I really like this piece of media. Let me just look up everything about it and waste like the next 5 hours of my day. So, I can get where you're coming from with stuff like that. Yeah, the ADHD probably plays a pretty big factor in that. But, yeah, so... Huh. So I guess... You're probably surprised because your current actor, the one you're highly fixated on right now is probably a bit different from your previous ones. I mean, it's the first thing that comes to mind when... okay, gotcha. Yeah. Sometimes we just surprise ourselves with what catches our attention. Okay. Yes, yes. Oh, wait, let me try and give you a drum roll. Okay, please do it quick, Azrael. I can't keep this up forever. Yeah, Steve Buscemi. Yeah, not bad. He's definitely got a lot of stuff you can watch. Okay, and now I need to look up a meme, because I... Because I want to be like absolutely sure about this. Yes, okay, I was right about that meme. Yeah, no, when you said Steve Buscemi, I was thinking like the "How do you do, fellow kids" meme, but I couldn't be like I couldn't remember off the top of my head if that actually was Steve Buscemi. So yeah, no, just looked up and yeah, no, it is Steve Buscemi in the meme. Honestly, really great meme. I love it. I want the elbow to actually stand out a bit more on this sketch, just like to make it easier on myself later. Yeah. I do think he shows up in a few of them. But yeah, I mean, if you're not, like... Yeah, Adam Sandler is an acquired taste. So yeah, I can't really blame you for just, like, not watching those. Because, like I said, acquired taste, and quite a few of them are just... They are turn your brain off movies. They're good for what they're going for, but you really just want your brain off when you're watching them. Okay, I mean, yeah, I can get that. Like, honestly, from a few things I've seen about Adam online, it seems like he's honestly actually a pretty chill guy. Just like, again, his sense of humor is definitely not for everyone. Because I think, like, one thing he does with a lot of his movies that are just pretty much, like I said, turn your brain off ones, like, if I remember right, he does that so he can basically just have his friends appear in them. Which, I mean, more power to him for that. It's just like, he's literally rich enough that he can make these movies, and he's just like, yeah, I want my friends to be in these. So, yeah, and it would not surprise me if, like, Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi are good friends. But again, like I'm saying, it's an acquired taste for a lot of his movies. Although he does have a, like, I mean, I'd say it's one of his recent movies, is one where he actually decided he wanted to make a serious movie instead of just a fuck around movie. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah. Okay, time to Google this again. Oh god, he... Okay. This is a... Okay, he's definitely made a lot of movies. Okay, Uncut Gems. That's the one I was thinking of. Like, it's one that really sticks in my head because it's a... Like, it's an Adam Sandler movie that's actually pretty serious. Okay, The Big Lebowski. Not bad. Honestly, I've never watched it, but I've seen enough, like... Well, probably not exactly enough about it. Like, I've seen stuff about it and just... like, online cultural osmosis kind of stuff. Okay, well, that's good to hear, Astro. Okay, that's always a treat to see, just where you can actually just see, like, oh, yeah, they actually are a very competent actor if they can just pull off, like, completely different characters. Like, it's nice to just get a reminder of, like, oh, yeah, they're actually competent. Not to say they aren't normally, but it's just always nice to get something like that. Okay, that is definitely a big shift. Yeah. Like a really big shift. Well, it looks like... I assume you have to die to go into the ghost world, just so it looks like death really helped him to just mellow out. Oh. Okay, then. Honestly, with a name like that, I would assume something to do with death, but... Alright. Okay, based on the comic. Alright. That does explain a few things. Okay. Well, Good Hero is a good movie. Yes, movies about making movies. You gotta love when you can do when you can do little nested stuff like that. Okay, so let's see arms. Torso is pretty much kind of a... Well, if I didn't have the arms the way, I would have this being more of a trapezoid. And that helps build out the upper body on this. Yeah, honestly, not looking too bad, but then we have the weird hands, so... Oh well. And honestly, we get pretty much just another box here. The human body is made up of an egg on a cylinder, on a triangle, on a box, on another box, on two more cylinders, and then probably on two more boxes. Yeah, I guess that's one way to break down a body. So then here, this much going down to about like here or so. Kind of wish I was like using a model with like yeah, okay, what? I'm trying to think ballpoint joints, but I don't think that's what they're called. And I mean, ballpoint is a pen. I mean, doll joints is kind of a thing. But yeah, that would actually make it a bit easier to just figure out like where exactly the knee. I mean, I know the knee is here. Obviously, the knee is there. That's a knee. But it would be kind of nice to have something that really shows us like this is where the knee starts and this is where the knee stops. Like that kind of thing. And then after the knee, we get another cylinder that's going down to the ankle or so. Okay. And now just for the foot box. Because thankfully it's not like in any of the outfit rests, it's not like I'm actually gonna be showing feet, so we just get the foot box. Hey Red. Well, I think the lines, the tips you gave are helping a lot, honestly. Still, figuring stuff out, but I do think it's actually just helping me, kind of visualize breaking the body down, a bit more. Yeah, I think I've also kind of gotten a bit better just treating this as a sketch line where it's treating this as an actual sketch where stuff's gonna be messy and it's not gonna be perfect, and that's the point of it. Yeah, just gotta get used. I gotta control the instinct to just control Z when I see when I mess something up. Just gotta work on that. Okay. Okay, it just looks so weird. So I'm just looking at the two of them next to each other, and it's just wow. We just got a weird outline next to a guy with block hands and feet boxes. Okay. Yeah, definitely is a big improvement. Can't deny that. But yeah, I can definitely I definitely have a better idea of like actually breaking a body into shapes. Yeah, because I think when I was originally like thinking through it, I wasn't really breaking it into enough shapes, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I can definitely get it now. Like, got a bit of an oval for the head. Then you're on like the oval's on a cylinder. That cylinder's on a bit of a triangle for basically the shoulders. Then you got two boxes for your like upper and lower torso. Then you just put them on like a pair of cylinders and end those cylinders with a weird foot box. Like I can kind of visualize it a bit better now. But yeah, Red, your tips helped out a lot. Okay. Again, sorry I was just being a bit quiet and not saying much. I was thinking that since I am still like, since I've got the body built out, it might not be a bad idea for me to just like try doing some more, like try sketching out the outfit a bit. And like to do this, I'm definitely gonna need to like actually look at some of the better not better. Look at some of the things that inspired the idea. I need to look up references. That's what I'm doing right now. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's a very, like, I can't really seem to find a easy, like, gallery of the images I want to look at. And I mean, granted, I literally have the art book with me. And while that is nice, I would like to have a little like gallery I can flip through online. Like, come on, how hard could it be to actually just have this as a gallery? I think I might get lucky. I was just thinking that the Legacy Collection might actually just have it probably will have an art gallery that I could actually use for this, because that would be, like, very, very helpful. Okay, I was just actually looking at the art for a character, and I didn't realize that, like, there were a few more. Like, I realized that the actual character art design, like, had a few changes in the third game. I didn't realize, like, how many it had, though. But right now I'm just kind of, like, flipping between his character art for the first two games and for the third. I'm just noticing a lot of, like, small changes. Nothing, like, huge, but you just notice a few visual designs changing. Which, just like a cool thing to notice. Actually, now I'm wondering if the official, like, if the official page for the Star Force Legacy Collection on Capcom, if they, like, have something to, like, they have a little section to show some stuff, like. Okay, they kinda do. Like, just a way to flip through some of the important characters. But nothing really big, which, I guess honestly they're just not wanting to spoil too much. I was just hoping for a bit more, but oh well. You win some, you lose some. Honestly, I can't wait to I actually seen some of these designs in game, and then being able to show you guys. Like, again, I'm assuming that they will have, like, an art gallery, because they had one for the Battle Network one, they had one for the Zero one. So I'm going to assume they're going to just, like, have an art gallery for the Star Force one, and, like, a lot of these are really cool designs. So actually just being able to show you guys the actual artwork is just going to be fun. Oh, wait, what? Huh. That's weird. I haven't been dropped, like, OBS hasn't shown any frame drops. I'm still at, like, around 6100 kilobits per second. Huh. That's weird. And hell, my bit... Yeah, I have, like, excellent connection to Twitch. That's interesting. What could be causing me to buffer like that? Oh, okay, that... Okay, yeah, downloading Helldivers might cause that, Red. But, okay. That might be the reason why. Okay. Okay, so... one thing I do want with... Like I said, this outfit is... like, inspired by Star Force designs. And one of the big things they have that is... like the ones I'm specifically going for, is it is basically, like, for the most part, the characters are in a bodysuit, and you could say they have, like, kind of bits of armor. Like, you have... well, actually, I think I can... I mean, yeah, I should still have that as a reference I can just bring up and show what I'm talking about. But, okay, see... like, this is what I'm talking about with this. For the most part, this is just, like, a bodysuit. But he has little gauntlets, pauldrons, boots, and a helmet. And, of course, just, like, some nice... I mean, honestly, I don't... okay, that might actually supposed to be, like, a little chest piece. Never really realized that, but, I mean... okay, it seems like in some of the artwork it's more, like, drawn more flat. Which would be why I thought it was just part of the suit. I mean, yeah, it pretty much is looking to be like if it's supposed to be a piece of armor. Okay, sometimes. Okay, it's really hard to tell. I mean, if it's supposed to be a piece of armor, it is really thin. Like, seriously. But, so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be going for this. So, like, not exactly like what... Like, not exactly what Mega Man's got rocking here, but kind of a similar arrangement. Obviously, different designs on everything, but that's kind of how, like, most of these designs end up looking. At least the humanoid ones do. The ones that keep a more... yeah, like a more humanoid form. That's how most of them end up looking. So I just need to really figure out, like, okay, so how do I want... Oh, okay, I guess I don't have to figure it out exactly right now with the sketch. I just need to make something that... I just need to put something on the sketch that I can mold into what I want it to look like later. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to be. Okay, so looking at... trying to get an idea of, like, okay, so how much do the pauldrons kind of, like, actually cover? Like, just as a baseline. Okay, I think I've got an idea. Okay. So pauldron would be kind of... like, obviously it's not gonna be like a big circle here, because you still need actual... like, still need to allow actual, like, movement of the shoulder and everything. So, kind of go, like... about here or so. That'd kind of be like... it being on the side. It being on the side? That'd be about, like, how far out it would go. Yeah, I mean, of course, I could put extra shit on there if I wanted to. Rather than, I mean, like... no, it's just like in Wilds. I don't like it when the pauldrons are so huge and bulky. Like, sure, it looks cool, but... like, shit, imagine wearing that. You try to look to your right. Oh, shit, my shoulder's blocking my view. Same on the left. It would just suck. Yeah, something about, like, this. And Actually, wait, do they have Mega Man's pauldrons kind of... Okay, they kind of have it with his little, like, upper chest armor kind of overlapping it, which, I mean, makes sense. Don't know if I'd want to go for something like that. I don't want to be, like, too close to... Like, too close to Mega Man, so I don't want to be like, oh, he's clearly ripping it off. I mean, I don't think anyone would actually care about that, but I would. So I want it to be... like, close. But more like close enough where you can see, I can see the very clear inspiration. Not, like, not more than that. Okay. Okay, I can figure out specifics on designs, on the pauldron designs later. I just want something on here so I can... a base to start off of. And I guess, honestly... Yeah, I mean... I can get close to Mega Man's for, like, how it actually is gonna look when they... Okay. So, kind of start like this. Then from here it kind of goes a bit up like this. And something like that. Honestly, you could probably go a bit more like this. But yeah, something to start with. I can figure out like the design of it later. This sketch is like it doesn't need to be detailed. It just needs to be. No, Cyrus, stop that. Yeah, no, it needed to be a bit more like that. Okay, so we got Poltrons on there. And you know what? Let's just try figuring out how a helmet's gonna look. At the very least, make a helmet outline. Okay, and might as well start by... So we get a little visor action going on. Yeah, so we start with that. And then this part, that connects out here. And kind of goes around like this. Don't know if I want to have like anything sticking out of it. Okay, it's definitely looking weird, but I mean, it's something. Okay, now to figure out, like, the boots. Honestly, for a lot of them, they pretty much have them, like, covering up the entire, like, yeah, calf, lower leg, shin, that area. It pretty much just starts, like, right below the knee and covers up all of this. So, if I look at them, yeah, they pretty much make it, like, the design language is make it very obvious where the knees are and that these are, like, bigger than the actual legs. They don't have to be super big, but you can tell, like, oh yes, this is a boot. So kind of something like this. Actually, probably help me a bit to have. Yeah, something like this. You don't actually have to give a shit about how a actual calf looks, like the shape of it, because This is just a big ass shoe. And something like that for the foot. And like honestly, when I was thinking of these, I was thinking like, I never really paid attention when I played the games, but how exactly do they show that they can actually just like move their legs? Well, I mean, like how they can move their feet. And I mean, when I actually look at the concept art, they do actually have like they do actually show off that, well, at least for Mega Man, they show off that it's not just like one big part. There is actually kind of like a line delineating the part that goes up the calf and where the foot is, which you could reasonably say is to show that it can actually like move a bit. Like, I don't know if Mega Man's like doing any tiptoe stuff, but like, it definitely feels like he has some degree of movement for his foot. Honestly, I might have made the shoes a bit too big, but eh. I mean, honestly, having big shoes isn't exactly the weirdest thing in Mega Man, like specifically in Star Force. So it's not really gonna be all that strange to just have like big ass shoes. I mean, it's not like Sora from Kingdom Hearts level, but still. Okay, so, well, now that I got the helmet figured out. Like, that's how the hair, like, the hair is going to come out from behind, like, from the back of the helmet. Because, yes, I'm wearing a helmet. My hair is not going to be poking through it. I mean, hell, you can even see with, like, Mega Man's little helmet here, he's still got his hair coming out through. But at the very least, that's because he has an opening in the back. He literally has a hair hole for it. It's just like, his hair is too strong. The helmet cannot contain it. So they just put a little hair hole in the back of it. Okay. And one thing I want to do is just give, like, I want giant hands, like absurdly large. Okay, maybe not absurdly large. Like, like they really need to be big. And actually, let me see if I can. Kind of like this, like probably not as large as these, but like this. Actually, no, definitely not as large as those. That's a bit much. But they do need to be big. I want to have big hands to just punch things with. In which case, it'd be a bit... like, it would be awkward to have the... like, to just have the hands just get big at the wrist. That would be awkward. So I'd want to start it up a bit higher. Like, preferably somewhere a bit below the elbow. Not at the elbow. You still want to have room to actually move. I feel like it would... like, it's gonna... I feel like it'll work best if I'm close to it. Not if I'm close to it. If it's... like, it doesn't have to be directly starting at the elbow. Maybe a bit like here. That's where it starts just, like, getting bigger. And I mean, honestly, even for most of these designs, they do have the gauntlets kind of like starting around the elbow, so that'd be a good thing to like start with. Sorry, I'm just looking through some of the like the battle card art in Star Force, because some of them at least have the idea that I'm kind of wanting to go with. But also the way they implemented it is definitely different than how I was thinking. But I mean, that's part of the fun of this. Just realizing like, oh, they actually were thinking of that in an entirely different way than I was. Although thinking about the way they do it with the cards is definitely different than how I'm thinking of doing it. Like, because with the cards, it doesn't have to be a constant part of the character design. So they can get away with just having it be like having that kind of difference be there where it looks like it's just kind of like starting at the wrist and he just has like a giant fist. And that works perfectly fine for just like a single attack. You don't really have to worry about how that's going to look otherwise. But that's not what my design is going to be, so I have to adapt it a bit more. Like, I'm just looking at all this and I'm just thinking, oh, this is gonna be so fun once I actually get it. Just, well, nearly a week away. And that is gonna be so fun. Just so much fun. Okay. So basically it would be kind of start maybe about out here. And I'm definitely thinking I honestly might want to kind of... Well, no, I think I can make giant hands work being this close and not, like, block out too much stuff. And I think, do I want it to kind of just like, do I want there to be a clear delineation between like the end of the gauntlet and the start of the hand, or like, do I want it to come out here, or like actually just have it kind of follow a straight line like this? That's, Because if I do the second one, then honestly I might not want to make these this big. Let's see. Have it kind of a bit of an angle like this. Okay, no, yeah, I definitely think that might be a bit too big. Unfortunately, there aren't any other. Well, yeah, okay. So even with Taurus Fire, like even here, it's not as big as the part here. It does kind of like kind of close in. So it might be better if I kind of have these a bit tighter like that, maybe, or or maybe more like maybe not as much as that. Well, okay, no, that can be fixed up later. Or I can actually like change the line so it is a smoother transition. And actually, I wonder. Like, would it be feasible to just kind of cut this and kind of scale it up a bit? Huh. Okay, actually, yeah, that kind of fits. Like, it's definitely larger than a normal hand. And again, I can fine-tune this later. Okay. Okay. About that or so. Yeah, that actually works pretty well. And yeah, actually having it about like that, I feel like works well. Okay, I mean, honestly, I think this might be like kind of good to start with. Like, start actually moving, like, Red also gave me a few tips to. Actually, let's see if I can change this. But okay, I'd say I'm done with this layer. Okay, so that's what you. Okay, that is, yeah, it's actually going to help me a lot with like doing the drawing over it. Okay, I'm definitely going to try and actually work on this on Sunday, because I don't think I'll be able to really remember much of it if I wait for like a week before I pick this up again. Okay, first, before I stop, I'm just going to change this to like rough draft. Okay. But I really think that was actually a really productive stream. I actually do feel a bit better about just like drawing this stuff. And yeah, I really should have just started like using the model as a way to actually just okay, I know I got the track because I realized the shoulders are a bit higher up on this one. That's because like this one is just like loose a bit, so everything's just kind of like goes down, whereas like this one on the right, like the shoulders are a bit higher because there is actually like some tension there. Although, yeah, actually might just be because there's a bit of a size difference in the two as well. Although actually probably not, because I mean, like the fact is, if I expanded this guy out so he matched the proportions here, okay, maybe if I give them the same position. I'm just bored. I'm just messing with this because I just realized. Okay, so a 0.7 here. And a 0.6 on the Y. And, oh, so now. And a negative 9.3 on Z. Okay, yeah, looks like they're pretty much exact. Okay, maybe not exactly, because this guy seems a bit taller for some reason. Yeah. Well, either way. But okay, I'd say that's it for today. So we'll end stream here. And I'll go find someone to raid into. Let's see, who's on right now? It's always hard to figure out where you want to raid into. And yes, actually, I might just I might not raid into anyone today. Not feeling like not really feeling in. Also, if I raid into someone that I'm gonna be sitting on the computer for a while longer, and I do actually want to try and get to bed early. I have not exactly been getting the best sleep recently, so I want to at least try to get some better sleep. So yeah, I think I'll just be calling it here. So for everyone who came by, whether you lurked, whether you chatted, thank you. I hope I'll see you again tomorrow when we're going to be doing some Monster Hunter Wilds. And I'll actually, yeah, I'll probably be doing a bit for, probably not the entire stream, but I will be attempting the time challenge for Arch-Tempered Arkfeld. Since I actually saw like the specific times they gave, and like the A time is 22 minutes, and I feel like I could actually get that. I'd have to be a bit more, like, I'd have to get better. I'd probably need to use a few traps and such, but I feel like I could get to that. So yeah, that's gonna be happening tomorrow. So yeah, I hope to see you guys there. So I hope everyone has a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, evening, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. So yeah, it's a bit of a change as to the usual order I do stuff in, but we'll be saying bye to YouTube first. So bye guys. And as for Twitch,